10 of the dumbest players who play Minecraft. What's going on, everyone? Here, my name is xBuzzerman, and today we're going to be going over 10 of the dumbest types of people that I have either seen or experienced playing Minecraft. Now, these people aren't necessarily considered noobs, but they can be considered someone who just do stuff where you're like, wow, I would never do that. Like, no. They either do things where they're just real sporadic. It doesn't really matter, but what they do just leaves you just wanting to kick yourself in the throat. Or you're just extremely weak at them. But otherwise, comment down below the dumbest type of player you have ever experienced. Freaking tell me the dumbest. Like this video up. Let's go for the stupidest number I can think of, which is 665, because, you know, one below the bad number. Well, we gotta start the video at some time, so I might as well start it now. Alright guys, we're going to start off with our first type of player, and this player is called the Dory. You're probably thinking, what the heck, xBuzzerman? xBuzzerman, this is Minecraft. This isn't freaking Finding Nemo. No, but this is a reference. Oh my god, a reference to Finding Nemo. Minecraft and Finding Nemo are going to relate in this way. We got to get back on. Let's just get onto it. Let's get onto it. It's the player that forgets everything you tell them all the time. This is literally a dumb player. Like, their IQ is 0.77. They are no Albert Einstein of the world. And this person, every time you say something, you could just be like, hey man, can you go get me a diamond pickaxe with all the materials I have? And they come back with like a freaking iron sword, and you're just like, I really want to kill you right now. They mess things up. They do like the worst like directions possible. Like, I mean, you could just be like, hey, come over here. We gotta flank that dude. And the other guy would be like, dude, I'm going. You're just like, no, wait. He dies, you die, something happens. They're worse than PvP. I mean, they don't know what they're doing. They go around in building. Let's just go with creative. What they like to do is they have this like theory that everything starts out as a freaking box, and then you add on to that box to make it perfect. I mean you could do it in that way, but it just turns out to looking something like a bunch of boxes, like a little box fort. It's not like a freaking mansion like you want. Like, I want a mansion in my place. I don't deal with that foo-foo lame stuff, that weird stuff. No, that ain't me, bruh. For our next type of player, we're gonna go with the crafting expert. And I'm being sarcastic when I'm saying that, because these people do not know how to craft anything. I mean, you could literally show them the gates to everything. I mean, you could quiz them, and they'll be like, 2 + 2 = sword. 2 wooden blocks makes a diamond pickaxe. Like, that's what they think. That's how it comes out. Or you're like, hey, can you go make me a shovel? And they're like, yeah, I got it, man. Yeah, I got it easy. And they go around, and it's just like you come back and you get like a hoe. Like, no one wants a hoe. Like, I ain't messing with no gold diggers. I don't want a hoe. I want my shovel. I want to dig things. I'm like the freaking guy on holes. I am Shia LaBeouf of holes. I want my shovel. Or they could just be a person that just doesn't know how to do it all. I mean, you ask them every time. They could have been playing this game for like 4 years, and they'll still forget a few things that are very crucial. I'm not saying like shovels, pickaxes, and things like that. We could be talking about like just like the more complex stuff. Like, not even like more complex, just the things you get later down in the game, like libraries or like shelves, bookshelves, or whatever they're called. Just making things in general. They just don't know how to do any of that, and they refuse to download any kind of mods that help them out a little bit. I mean, all these mods do are just literally show you what to craft. I mean, it's not like you're cheating at all. If you really want to like be super bad, like I don't know. I'm not commenting anymore on this. This one is making me livid. You mad or not? I'm not really. I'm just I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm done. Here is the one that makes me the most mad, because for some reason I get swept up in this as well. This is the war on immaturity. These people, like, what are they thinking? Like, come on. It's always like the battle of the 12-year-olds. Like, one, you have the side that's just like 12-year-olds are alright. I mean, they're normal people. Like, there are people that are just developing in life, like the creation of life. And then you got the people that are like so against it. Like if you are 12 years old, you just might as well die. Like you do not need to be on the internet. You are an awful person. And yeah, there's a bad track record. There's a few people who might not necessarily be 12 years old, but they could, like, you know, show that immature side.
Damn, Daniel.
These people, man. And I mean, it's almost worse though, the people that judge them, than the actual crowd itself, because these people are just like, I mean, I could comment in the comment section down below without the xBuzzerman. Let's say I made like xBuzzy farts, like, you know, my xBuzzy farts, and I comment down like, oh my god, Minecraft is so much fun. Like, I just love the aspect of creation of Minecraft. It's just fun. It's just fun. And someone will be like, oh my god, you're such a noob. I hate 12-year-olds. That got to me right there. Moving on to the next one, we're gonna get into like the more funny aspect. We had to get the 3 off the chest that are just negative, the negative Nellies in the group. This one are the people that like just jump into everything. I mean, they could like just, it could be like 1v4 and they're like, they think they can take anyone on. I mean, it could just be like a bunch of creepers. They go into caves just like ready to go, no lights. They just want to be straight up 21 Savage mode. I get confused sometimes because this is just so like out there. Sometimes it works out though, like you catch them off guard, like the people that you're trying to raid or something, and you just somehow end up in the good spot. Don't ask me, I don't know how they do it, but they do. And most of these people are pretty good at fighting, but I mean, there's not many people who can take out 5 people with their 1 diamond sword. I mean, you can't be that good at Minecraft PvP. Hacks. But regardless, I mean, you can be good sometimes, but sometimes you're not ready yourself. So this guy goes in, maybe takes out 2, and then gets killed by 4 others, and then they just are looking at you like, oops. And then it just ends up something like this. For our 5th person, it's the person that tries to go into the real world with Minecraft. Now granted, there are some great things like Minecon, if you want to call it great. Sometimes there's some awkward compilations, but overall, I mean, you can connect a big community around it. And then there's like communities, there's a lot of things where like you can go to the movies and play with people. I mean, there's a lot of cool things where you can do Minecraft in real life, but just like anything, I just think cosplay is just a little weird. I'm not a big cosplay guy. I don't think dressing up is necessarily good. I mean, I'm not going to judge you for it. It's your decision. All you have fun with it. If you have a ton of fun with doing it, keep doing it. But me personally, a little uncomfortable with it. And when someone tries to dress up as Steve or some kind of Minecraft character, it just always turns out bad. I mean, I've seen Steve getting kicked in the private areas. I've seen Steve fall over. Shoot, what else can happen?
Hello? Anyone here?
You never know nowadays. I mean, this world has come to where Steve is just not allowed in there. I mean, he's a little fish in a big pond. Number 6 is the guy that always does the wrong thing. I mean, you could just simply, like I said, ask for a diamond pickaxe. He gives you a shovel. A hoe. Nobody wants a hoe. Are you kidding me, xBuzzerman? I like diamond hoes. Sure. It's all you, man. You could go around and say, can you build this house? Can you help me out with this? And they just add like a whole freaking extension, like it becomes the Pentagon. You're just trying to build a little house, or you're trying to do something like a huge Taj Mahal project, and they give you a square box. They just don't, there's no comprehension right there. They're not thinking about what could happen. Like, this is not how it goes. It especially happens even on like Hunger Games. You're like, hey, you go here, I'll go here, and we will meet up in like 5 seconds to get you. We got to get these 2 chests. and somehow that guy ends up in like India, and you can't find him, so you search all the time. I see this all the time, and if you play in like Team Hunger Games, you know, like the Team Hunger Games or Team Sky Wars, Skyblocks, whatever it's called, you and another teammate, and then other teammate just doesn't know what they're doing. I mean, they're looking at you like, no, what do you want, xBuzzerman? What do you want? Oh god, oh god. I hate when communication is bad in those kind of games. That's why I don't really play teams too much in Hunger Games or anything like that. Just because these people are like, they don't know what they're doing. Yeah, I could be a noob, really bad at the game, but at least I know in team activities, you're supposed to communicate and do what each other tells each other to do. Like, I'm over here just running, and all of a sudden I'm having to chase after my friend who's getting totally obliterated because, I don't know, for some reason he wanted to go like rogue warrior, like super savage samurai on them.
And next, here's Officer Mac. He's a desk sergeant who just about everybody agrees is a good cop. Ooh.
Never works out. 7, the guy who thinks gold is king. There's not many of these people around anymore because that whole butter and gold, like that revolution is kind of dying down a little bit. But there was this longest time where people thought gold armor, gold swords, gold everything was just way better. And yeah, granted, it does have some better benefits, like you can do things a little bit faster. Some have like really good benefits, but they're very not durable at all. Swords, really, I mean, they're nothing better than like an iron sword's way better, but for some reason wielding a gold sword, I mean, it's just like blang blang, like you woke up in a new Bugatti that's that nice.
I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti.
That's the kind of vibe I get out of this. So, I mean, whatever, you take it or leave it however you want. There's even things that show, like articles that show about like chainmail versus gold, this versus gold. If you're a butter guy, you like butter a lot. We're not even gonna get it started on new about. Wow, that did not come out anything like I thought it would. That was the worst stutter of my life. Just gonna stop talking about that. The next guy is the one that does literally everything wrong. Now, we've said like guys who do everything wrong with regards to like teammates. We're just gonna talk about the guys who just don't know how to play the game right. They could be playing this game for like 4 years and they're just doing some things where you're just like, but first we're gonna start with mining. If you mine like this, just why? Next is building, like blocks and squares and whatever this is. That doesn't look right. I mean, like what are you going for there? Like, what is the objective when you're trying to build that? And I know some people just aren't like that artistically talented or just like that creative to where they can see like concepts and things like that, but you can do better than this. You can do better than a block. I know you can. I mean, look at me. I am considered one of the biggest idiots on YouTube, and I can build something. I mean, the house is semi-good. There's so many tutorials. If you're not good at building, Grian is the best guy on YouTube for just everything. He knows everything about building, of course. And then fighting. This is just, I mean, you could categorize this in the same category, but I mean, it's one of those acquired things. If you're a fighter, I'm a lover, I'm not a fighter, so I've only had about like 400 kills in Minecraft, but I mean, there's people who had like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, so. For our last two people, we're just going to kind of briefly go over them, but it's the guy who is never prepared. He goes into things. This is kind of like the guy who just like dives into things. It's very much on the same category, but this guy doesn't necessarily dive into things. He could just be that guy that goes mining without like torches all the time, or he goes mining without sticks, something to like help him over. He goes on long journeys without like food. I mean, sometimes this stuff can be crucial. Or he can literally be over prepared, where he goes and he does something where he's like going far away from the base, whether it be a big mine, a big trip, stays overnight and does things and has like a bunch of diamonds on him. Like, really? Seriously? Or he goes into like fire or something. It's just like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? You could go down below the water. I mean, there's so many things. Like, Like, what are you thinking when you're doing this? I get weak when the people who go way down deep into the water and they don't realize they have like diamonds and stuff on them. They die before they get back up, or they go way too far down, die, and all their stuff is at the bottom. And you can't get it back. You can't really get that unless you have some super godlike abilities or some great potions, because you're just gonna die going back down there. Same with like lava and things like that. Like, this isn't, this is probably me out of all the people. I have gone so many times in caves without being prepared whatsoever, and it's just really not worked out well. Death has been, I once tried an ultra hardcore survival. I lasted about 5 minutes before my unpreparedness killed me, hit me in the butt. For our 10th guy, we're gonna go with the memester. The memester is the guy, these guys are literally, they're not dumb, but the things they do are dumb. If you ever seen the show Jack Donkey, we're gonna say Jack Donkey because, you know, age appropriacy on here. And they go around and you're just like, hey, do this, go mess with this guy. They start talking crap, doing stuff. They might like troll a little bit, and you're just like, wow. They make the weird animations. They do the things with like the memes, and you're just like, God, this is so dumb, but it is so amazing. I love this. I love this so much. Everyone loves a memester to an extent. You can also hate them because if you're the guy getting trolled, oh God, just pack your stuff up. That's bad. That's bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright guys, I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you could please leave a like. Let's try to get to 665 likes. That's what we're going for. And tell me like in the comments down below the dumbest type of person or the dumbest experience that you have encountered in Minecraft of all time. And if you like this is the new haircut. I hope you like it. I mean, I went for a little bit of a fade action. I know I've done that before, but he cut a little bit more off than I'd like. I didn't really want skin tight, and I don't know what's going on right here. Like, I thought my hair would be still here right there. I don't know what happened there, but otherwise I think it looks halfway decent. I mean, I think I look somewhat presentable to present in front of 30,000 people. I mean, I know you're gonna judge me for everything else, so might as well judge for the haircut. But for some reason I've been in a particularly good mood lately. I mean, I'm always in a great mood, and I just want to thank you guys. Thank you guys once again for watching this video. It's been really long, probably drawn out, and you're just like, wow, you're a rambler. Wow, xBuzzerman, you are such a rambler. I hate you. You just want views and money. I just like talking. I like talking to you guys, and when I get into this talking mode, it just doesn't stop. It's like a train. But otherwise from that, let's go ahead and end this video. Thank you guys. Really do appreciate you. Mwah, mwah. I'll see you next time. Later.